Yeah, I don't know how to start this because I'm not in the mood at all. Today's been shit. Of course, y'all don't fucking care. But anyway, welcome back to part 22. And yeah, I'm not going to get into much. So drop a like on this video and share this video too. So let's get it started. So to recap of part 21, it was just repeating, arguing, and I was just trying to be cool with her. Of like giving her advice in general, right? Because she was just going downhill. And the last time I texted her was in September. And I lost my best friend because of Cat. I'm not gonna get into details because you have to watch part 21. So I lost him over a dumbass girl, right? I mean, he wasn't trying to get with her at all, right? But I heard sources and rumors that he tried to, but he confirmed that he didn't do it. So lastly, I started to move on and just focus on myself. And yeah, I just focus on being alone and just ready for college and just working on myself. So first point is only going to be 2 points. Someone came back and added me back and started drama again. Like I told you before, someone added me back first and then they started drama. Well, it was Kat, and I'll explain why. I didn't want I didn't want to add her back because I didn't know what her intent was. I don't know if she was like, oh, I want you back, all that stuff. But I was just curious, so I just wanted to see like what's up. So once I add her, she just starts texting me after text, saying, oh, you put me into mental hospital, why are you ruining my life, and all this bullshit. And honestly, like I'll explain after all these screenshots, but yeah, she was just saying a bunch of BS stuff and warning. All these screenshots are gonna be really toxic. You're going to see 7 screenshots. If it's 7 or 8, whatever, right here, it's on the same day. Literally, when I added her back, she sent all this stuff and we argued back and forth. It's gonna be right here. So those are the only screenshots I have, and that's gonna be it for a while, I think, or even that's it for the series. So you might be telling yourself why she added me back and why she said all this stuff, right? Or what you saw. And if you read those messages, well, I saw she was gonna go downhill because she would start using drugs, mostly carts and weed. She was abusing them. I don't know if she was addicted or abusing it because I know what was the intent was because of sleep, anxiety, and all that stuff, right? But she abused it, and then in the messages you saw that I said to her she can't handle any drugs because of in the past. Well, it's fucking true. It's still to this day. And so I can't confirm or deny that I uh, did this stuff while I was about I'm going to tell you, but I wanted to help her out because I saw what she was going through, and I saw a version of myself because my junior year, like you saw in the screenshots, that I did a bunch of drugs and all that other stuff. And so I did what any type of person that cared for someone do is just I can't confirm or deny, but I created a fake email and I emailed like her like what she posted, like her weed. Well, she didn't post weed, like carts, weed, like sad stuff, and like her trying to kill herself, saying she wanted to kill herself and all that stuff. You know, like what anyone would do if they cared for that person. That was someone did for me, and then that's how I got into the mental hospital, right? And so, yeah, I can't confirm deny that, but I emailed, well, someone emailed, or I emailed the counselors, her volleyball coach at Central now, and her principal at Central, right? So I did what any person would do if they care for someone. So I contacted someone to get her help. And then she saw like, oh, she got arrested and saying all this stuff, saying, oh, she went to the mental hospital, she got admitted. Well, she started capping again. She just started to lie again to my face. Like I knew she was lying to me because even Darius was with me, and he was, I think it was like middle school, I think, or like freshman year. He got admitted to the hospital only for like 2 3 days, something like that. Wasn't as much as when I went. I went there 8 days. I was supposed to be there for 2 weeks, but I was on the good behavior and looking the good, so I got 8 days instead of 2 weeks. So she was saying, oh, I got arrested, which she didn't, because I have friends, well, not friends, but acquaintances and people I know at Central that can confirm and all this stuff, right? And they told me that, like, no cops came. Like, if it was a cop that came, everyone knew. Because drug dogs, typical high school stuff, right? You will know. And so, yeah, they said, yeah, there was no cops there. And then she did visit the mental hospital, which is called JPS, which is like a really bad mental hospital. It's like, my brother went there a long time ago and they treated him like shit. And where I went is like the best mental hospital you can go to. I'm not gonna get into it because that's probably gonna be in a series for later. And so she did visit the mental hospital, but she did not get admitted. And here's why. Because of my experience, and I had a bunch of people that went to the mental hospital too that I interacted with and all this type of shit. And even I have friends that got admitted. Even my brother, right? So here's why. Cell phone, you have to be like, you can't have no cell phones at all because you're trying to get better of yourself. You can't be distracted, all this other stuff. You have to be self-isolated. And so they check your bodies, like you have to get nude. Well, I don't know about girls, but for guys, you just have to be your underwear. Then they check your body if it's like any scars, anything like that. And also no contact with other people, only like family. You literally have to sign who you want to visit you and on contact information like that. And so, but yet she had a phone all this time, which is a big factor into this, where she did lie about being admitted to the mental hospital because she had her phone. She started posting on and Snapchat. Of course, like I did that too when I got admitted, but I got my phone taken up, right? I had to literally give my phone to my parents before I got admitted, and haven't seen them for 8 days while they're visiting all that stuff. But she had her phone. She still, social media, all that stuff, Instagram, Snapchat, especially Snapchat. She posted a picture. I remember it was like a tag where you get the mental hospital. Well, I don't know how it is in JPS, but I know people who went to JPS that can confirm that if you visit, you will have this little band, like a doctor visit, right? And then she claims that she was in the mental hospital, but she just visited, and her friend even said it too. All the friends say, oh, like, yeah, she did went to the mental hospital, but she just visited because she tried to kill herself and all, something like that, like what she said in the screenshots, which is true, right? But she only visited. She didn't get admitted because if so, she wouldn't be posting. She wouldn't do anything like that. She wouldn't. People would have not known. If she was for real going to be admitted to the hospital, this is what I did. I let everyone knew that if we had streaks, it will be ended, or if it's important, I'll have my friend do my streaks for me. But she didn't say that at all because Darius had her as a friend, and so he's communicated with me that night because we hanged out. And then after I ate, like I told y'all, not told screenshots you saw, I did get McDonald's. And after I ate McDonald's, me and Darius linked up. And we talked about it and came to a conclusion that she was lying, that she didn't went to the mental hospital. And so, yeah, basically she lied about that, and she was saying, oh, I ruined her life and all that shit, but it's karma, right? Like, I can't really do anything about it. I highly recommend reading all the screenshots. It's all the screenshots are 3 seconds long, but pause every single screenshot, right? It's very important to get my message here and the reason why I'm saying all this. But after that, after I said, oh, karma's a bitch, huh? It's weird how size has turned. Like, I'm going up and she's going down. I mean, still to this day, right? And so she was like, oh, really? I'm done with you. And then I explained, like, why you even added me in the first place and all that other shit. So, yeah. And also, she still talks shit. You know, on the Snapchat, you had a YOLO anonymous message, only, like, hoes and fucking, like, if you're fucking bored and females want to get attention, use that. Well, yeah. She did that, and then someone mentioned my name, and she talked shit about it. And so, yeah, on that day, November 21st, that's the very last time I ever had any communication, any contact with her at all. That's to this day, right? Of course, I had heard stuff here and there, like from before when I was in OU, from even now, I hear a little stuff, but I don't really give a fuck, right? Lastly, winter break before I went to OU. So nothing really happened during all this time between November and like July, right? Nothing really happened. I just met two new people, which their names Josh and Nabil. Really cool people, really down to earth people. I don't want to say shit, but yeah, there's really cool people. And so I was just being alone, just started working out every single day. I started seeing my body improve and all that stuff. Went to my old high school winter concert, band concert, to see my old friends only. Then skipping a couple of weeks because nothing really happened, right? New Year's Eve, I celebrated with my brother and my family. So we went to my second older brother. And then, yeah, I took my first shot. And also, too, 2 years ago, so when I was with Kat, that was my first, I think I said this a long time ago, but my first New Year's Eve kiss. So I didn't get it this time. Oh, well, like, I don't really care, right? I was just trying to better myself because I still had all these issues. But yeah, I took my first shot. I got a little buzz. I can say that now. Yeah, I saw my brother just blackout drunk, which was fun. And so, also too, I did my first drug in like a long time, like 6 months, 5 months before when I OD'd, right? So the reason why I took LSD again, I take psychedelics and I take LSD, especially this time, because it's going to be a new chapter. By the way, this is January 6, 2020. So I decided to take LSD because it's going to be a new chapter. It was the final weekend I was going to be in Texas. And so it was the last weekend before I went to OU, start moving in, start packing, all that stuff. So as a celebration, as a new chapter, I do this stuff like special occasions of psychedelics. And it was the last time I ever took psychedelics. And at the end, it was a little twist because it sent me to see aliens, gods, insight I never saw before. Like, I had a little DR and DP again, and I didn't know who I was. You literally, if you ask Darius, he will tell you all this stuff like it was true. So my intent was new chapter, take LSD, one tab, right? We're going to go in nature. We're going to go to park, me, Darius, and Josh at first. And Josh was tripping too, right? But my intent was to do it by myself. Not by myself, but with Darius. And then plans changed. Then nothing really happened. It started affecting me like an hour later. We were at the park, and then I was just listening to music. I had my earbuds in. And yeah, it was a really challenging trip because my last LSD trip was, I think, yeah, it was when I was with Kat. So like around spring of senior year, spring, something like that. And so it was really challenging because I was by myself. I didn't have Kat with me. I didn't have no one with me. I was by myself. I only had David, Darius, and then like Josh and the Bill, right? And so Josh, it was a couple hours later, right? We went to Josh's house. Then he realized, oh, he has DMT. DMT is like the god of psychedelics, and if you go Joe Rogan or Terrence McKinley or any of those type of people, they'll let you know how powerful it is. I'm not going to get into it because I can go on and on what I saw, right? So I combined it. I was already at the peak, so I was coming down of it. I was having challenging trips. I always started crying, and I would just start reflecting again, like how I did in the summer. And so when I took the DMT, I was at my peak, and then I went to another level. Like, I remember this one moment where we was in Josh's crib, right? And I started playing the guitar. Like, I was so fucked up, right? To a point where like my reality just ripped. So imagine like you plucked a string, right? And then it's waving, right? And then it starts getting faster and faster and faster, and it stops completely. Like everything stops. That's why I saw everything stops, and then it's like, you know those animations or like the special effects, like you watch a video and then the screen cracks, like the video cracks, and then glass starts falling apart. Yeah, that's literally what happened. And so I went to another dimension, I think, and that's when I started seeing aliens and gods and insights that I never saw before. And then yeah, it scared the fuck out of me. And then yeah, to this day I haven't touched any psychedelics off because I'm still not mentally stable. I still not ready for it, right? Nothing has really happened. And so that was really it for that. And so Darius tried to calm me down. I was really paranoid. And then the DMT only lasted with the LSD for like an hour or two, but I was so fucked up. I'll probably make another video about that, right? And so after that night, yeah, I became sober. Nothing really happened. I didn't have a come down. I have nothing like that. And so yeah, that weekend, I think it was Friday, and so I started packing for OU. And then yeah, I left for OU, I think on that Friday or Saturday, something like that. But I'm going to end it here because next video will be the last video of this series. Basically talking about my college life, how it is from January from this year to now. Basically nothing really has happened except for a couple events here and there, but I will cover in that, so I'm not going to keep it stretched. So next video is the last video of this series. So thank you so much guys for clicking this video. If you make it this far, give it a like, a thumbs up, share this video especially with everyone that you know, you don't know, even that people who know me, that don't know me, you know, you get my gist and that YouTube shit. And so I'll be just talking about July from right now. There's gonna be, I'll combine it into one part. So if it's long, it's long. You just have to deal with it. I'm not gonna give it a stretch. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in the last part. And I'll probably make it tomorrow or the next other days. Anyway, take care guys, love you guys, and see you in the final part.